to the next episode of Waifu Wars. I am the guy who really likes stickdeath.com so much that I decided to animate this latest episode of Spy Family in the same fashion.
And I really want to look up Komi's skirt, so Brony.
Yes, finally broke the curse. If you know, you know. Welcome back to another episode of Waifu Wars. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, the weeb, but not your waifu because she is what, honey? Fucking garbage.
I'm doing? Actually sick, but I'm here.
Oh no!
So I don't know. My parents had this like bug and they passed it to each other, and now I have it, and I have like a stuffy and runny nose simultaneously somehow.
Oh, don't you hate hate that?
And then I have like sinus pressure in my head, so I get like a headache.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna make this a super fast but yet fun
as
episode.
Always.
Just for our own. Yeah, right. It's always. I mean, it's always fun, but always fast. Yeah, that's yet to be seen. So yeah, with that being said, let's jump right into it with our news segment this week in anime. I'm gonna go first because my news is apparently just gonna take 2 seconds compared to own news. According to Anime News Network, Cherry Magic manga artist donates film rights fee to Marriage for All Japan. The manga curator Yu Toyota of Cherry Magic, 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard. She announced on Twitter last Wednesday, or is it Wednesday before? I think it's the Wednesday before, that she's donating part of her film / adaptation rights fee to Marriage for All Japan, an organization that advocates same-sex marriage in Japan. She says, and I quote, "I hope that our society can become a place where people can love each other in the form they desire regardless of gender," which I thought was so beautiful. I thought that was so awesome. It's really good that, you know, I feel like I've said multiple times on the channel how I feel type of way about Fujoshi, who are just like to just super emphasize like the boy on boy romance for like more this weird toxic relationship where there's a great lack of consent. And I feel like this is the exact opposite. Like, she's like putting her money where her mouth is. I think that's really cool.
Well, that is cool.
For those who don't know, because I didn't even know about this, and this is like an anime. Like, I thought it was just a manga I didn't read, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't really read manga, let alone BL. But no, this has already been adapted in like 2020. So I'm like, I don't know how I didn't know this or cover it. Well, I probably wouldn't cover it, but I should have at least known it existed. But basically, the plot is a 30-year-old virgin who has developed the power to read people's minds by touching them. And then, you know, he touches his really hot coworker, and the coworker's like, "Oh my god, I really want him." And yeah, shenanigans ensue.
Cool.
So, you know, it's a very cute premise. I'm definitely gonna watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it in my free time. I'm just like because I somehow just added a whole shit ton of things.
No, I also have a shit ton of things to watch.
Like in the span of 3 days, I was like, I don't have a lot to watch, guys. What should I watch? And then they're like, oh, I stand corrected. It's not an anime. It's a live action.
Ugh.
It's live action. I mean, I know, but it's like BL. Like, I know it's because just figuring that out, it's become a lot less of a priority. Well, we shall see. And yeah, that's it for me. What you got for Tony?
I have significantly more angry news to deliver.
I thought you were gonna say important news. I was
triggering.
Like, excuse
no, it's
me.
actually vastly less important. It is far, far less important. But we will laugh at this news. So just before I get to the news, click the Twitter link in the article so you can see the full picture. You did?
I did.
All right.
And that's why I let the youth explain, because that's my confusion.
So there is a article or an ad in a newspaper, I believe, for Tawawa no Monday, which is like admittedly a fan servicey show about this, or well, it is also a show, but it's also a manga about like this high schooler who falls for like this salary man, whatever. It's problematic, whatever, typical anime romance. So the ad itself, though, is just this high school girl like leaning against a train car thing railing, and all the text on the side says is I hope this will be a wonderful week. That is it. There is no, the girl's not flashing you. She's not.
No,
she is not.
It's not a provocative pose.
Not a provocative pose. It is just a high school girl standing there saying, "I hope you have a wonderful week." And it was taken out on a Monday to like promote the manga and also to like say, "Oh yes, I am on a train on my way to work or whatever. I hope I do have a wonderful day or a wonderful week." The UN Council of Empowerment of Women apparently has an issue with this because they're saying it's sexualizing women and it is against gender equality and promotes harmful stereotypes. And I am like, for the life of me looking at this picture, and I feel like this is the biggest self-report of all time, because sometimes you don't realize when you self-report, and this is just like, if you see this image and it's just a high school girl there saying, "I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful week," and your immediate thought is, "Wow, this is sexual and they are trying to pressure me into fucking high school girls or something," you have some demons you gotta fight. That is not on the ad, that is on you. So I'm like looking at this and it's just like these people just like saying, "No, clearly this is sexual because she has a short skirt." Yeah, she's a high school outfit. They have like short skirts. Like I'm just like flabbergasted by this, and I'm more flabbergasted that the UN Council has to like fucking attack a small manga for a fucking ad in a train. It's ridiculous.
Right. So I'm reading this one paragraph and it's talking about the Nikkei paper, which is apparently, when they say Nikkei paper, are they saying this is what the ad? Oh,
yeah, it's
yes,
like the ad in the paper.
Okay, the Nikkei newspaper. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. So I guess the problem is the Nikkei paper is part of this UN Women's Unstereotype Alliance effort, which is supposed to promote gender equality through media advertising and eliminate harmful stereotypes.
Yeah, but even given that context,
which is great and all, which is great and all, whatever. So apparently, they have like some initiatives to like screen ads. And their process, it has a 3 P's: presence. Does the ad include diverse people? Perspective. Does it take the perspectives of both men and women into account? And personality. Does the subject show personality and independence? First of all, for them to be like, "Oh, according to, I don't know, homegirl Ishikawa, the manga ad fails to meet the requirements outlined in the 3 P's," and I'm like, bitch, so do most ads anywhere, especially in Japan.
I feel like it's a possibility to be diverse.
We could stop. Okay, let's start there. We can stop and end for 2 reasons. One, the presents. Does the ad include diverse people? Oh yeah, because Japan is notorious for their diversity.
Diversity is their strength.
Yeah, okay, so we can stop right there. I'm like,
damn, they have a field. They must have a field day just shooting down every single ad they see in Japan.
Right. So and then okay, yes, and to your point, there's also just one girl who's part of this manga. So it's like we could just stop there at the presents, because not only does this fail the presents check, so does 99% of your other of probably any other commercial if I look through your newspapers. Yeah. So that's number one. Number two, yeah, like the only thing I would actually say that I would be kind of being like no about is ironically the covers of the manga in the corner. If we're splitting hairs,
the cover of the actual manga on the bottom left.
The manga, yes,
that's suggestive.
Yes. That is suggestive because it's literally just boobs. Like her body's like, I don't even think a human body's supposed to look like that. But in this general picture, like nothing, like no suggestive pose. They're not even I can tell whoever put this for this article was like, yes, we know what you're about, so we're not gonna do anything suggestive with it. It's literally covering up her breast.
Yeah, she's like covering her breast with her forearm,
which in my mind that means, you know, they're taking in mind what this newspaper is, and adjusting it properly. So I'm just like, that is, yeah, that's wild. Like the 3 Ps. I'm like, this is such a obnoxiously obtuse set of requirements that no ad, like almost no ad.
Yeah, it's so extremely vague and like selective. It's just like, oh yeah, we can just pick whatever ad we don't like to just say it falls under this criteria or it doesn't fall under this criteria.
Right, because notice how homegirl said she doesn't meet the requirements outlined in the 3 Ps.
And they don't specify, they just literally just say 3 Ps.
The ad reflects a male-centric view of high school girls, and their personality is limited to being sexually enticing.
Again, if you just say, I hope you have a wonderful week, and you're like, this high school girl is sexually enticing me, that is a self-report.
I'm like, well, then what is a woman's view? Do women just wear, you know, full body?
Yeah, this is like so progressive. It like horseshoes backwards. Like, listen, you have to represent. We can't sexualize the women, so they have to be in full body armor, and they cannot talk to you because that is sexually explicit. Like, they can't leave the house because they would be too enticing to men.
I literally, I really think it was because people are like, oh my god, it's what this manga is, therefore it's bad.
Yeah. I'm 100% sure they just know what the manga is about, so they're just like, no, we can't have this manga advertising in this.
Okay, and you know what? And that is fair. That's fair. But, however, be mad at whoever made the executive choice to run the ad. Don't hate on the manga itself. It's not the manga's fault.
Also, I feel like it shouldn't be an issue brought to like the United Nations Board of Women. I feel like maybe
unfortunately, this paper is part of the UN.
Yeah, but even then, it's like, I feel like you have more important things to worry about what this random paper in Japan is doing. I'm sure there's other women empowerment initiatives in like all the countries in the world that are more important than this one random paper ad.
Like, that's, I don't know. Let's see. Ishikawa told her that she was told by a representative in a meeting with the newspaper that the advertisement was evaluated by various people in the company, and they did not recognize the ad as a problem because it's not.
Yeah. Also, funny tidbit, I don't remember if it was where I saw this, and take it with a grain of salt because it was probably like just a random news article, but I I remember reading that the main audience for this manga is actually, or like the main audience was actually women, because apparently women like to self-insert as the young girl being in a relationship with an older man.
And that makes sense because most girls have that fantasy. Girls and gay men. Hi, it's me. Also, who wanted to be with an older man as a teenager? Yeah.
Yeah, that's my news.
Yeah. Apparently, Ishikawa was like, "Oh my god, if we don't get a proper explanation, I don't think we'll work with them to promote gender equality through the power of advertising." Wah. And oh damn, apparently UN's like, "We want a time response for you," and then the newspaper is like, "Eh."
Yeah, it's like whatever. We'll respond when we want to.
Whew. Well, good luck to Nikkei. Yeah. Good luck to them, because that is some shit. All right, let's start. Let's finally get into our weekly reviews. And we're going to start off with Spy Family episode 2.
Any hot takes this week, Drew?
No, I thoroughly enjoyed this episode much more than the first episode, and I think we just needed the whole cast to be here.
And I 100% agree.
I think it right. I felt like there was like a little lacking-ish, but now that the moment all three of them were together, it just clicked. I'm like, yes, this is it.
Yes, I actually really enjoyed this episode so much. I'm making it my episode of the week, so I will do that.
I'm gonna make it my episode of the week. No, I won't. But it's incredibly close.
Yeah, I understand. There's another show that was like 2 shows I'm really close to making episode of the week too.
Right.
But yeah, no, we finally got introduced to Yor, who is amazing.
Right, amazing. It's amazing because she's not just a really good assassin. She's also not the brightest cookie.
Yeah, I love that about her. Like, she is a badass assassin, but she's also like ditzy and gullible.
Yes, very gullible, very naive.
But in like a sweet way. She's like the sweetest murderer ever.
Yes. The way she has to, kind of stop herself from like trying to kill people. Like as of right now, she's like my favorite character, which is why I love this episode.
Yeah,
so much more.
It's a tough call between her and Anya for me because Anya's fucking adorable all the time she's on screen. But yeah, yours.
Anya is adorable, but yours is she's too funny.
They did a great job with her voice acting too.
Yes, I love Martha. I love hearing Martha. I was like, who does she sound like? And then everyone started telling me during the live watch, like just went down the list of things that she does, and someone said Martha, and I was like, bing bong.
Yeah, she does. And I like the
assassin Martha.
Yeah, GW or sorry, LA Single. Get on it. Right. I like the dynamic that they have too, right off the bat. Yor and Lloyd, like when they were doing their little spy thing together, it was fucking adorable. They were like flirting in the middle of it, where she like kicked the dude, and he's like, "Huh, you got a strong kick." And she's like, "Yeah, I do."
Yeah, wow, you sent a guy flying, and she's like, "Yeah, I guess I did."
It was like adorable flirting during a fucking life or death situation.
It was very Mr. and Mrs.
Oh
Smith.
Yeah, huge Mr. and Mr. Smith vibes.
Yeah, which ironically, I kind of like that movie.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like that movie because it's I don't know why, because it was just such a silly idea, and then like that fight scene is still one of my favorite fight scenes to this day.
Yeah, it's legendarily good.
But between where they just absolutely beat the shit out of each other, like it's 1,000% my favorite fight.
I am a bit like, I don't know how I feel about her not knowing that he's a spy.
Right.
Because I if she doesn't know it now, she's never gonna know. Like she's clearly very easy to deceive.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of my charm
Yeah.
about her. As long as he's real, I just need for him to realize that, like, oh, she's different.
Yeah, I think he'll realize that there's something up with her, but he might not connect that she's an assassin.
Right. I'm surprised he hasn't pieced it together yet. Like, oh, I guess he was saying like, oh, she came up behind me without me knowing because I'm letting my guard
like he
down.
thinks
Right?
it's about him.
Right. He didn't suspect her.
I like that she has like this murder streak too, where it's just like sometimes she gets ticked off, or like she's just like, maybe if I just kill somebody, like she. I feel like that's gonna play up a lot in this manga.
Oh, that dinner scene was amazing.
Like that bitch.
Right. I'm like, listen. I'm gonna cut these lights off.
Yep.
You got 10 seconds. Run. You got 10 seconds to kill her, clean yourself off, hide the body. I believe in you. Oh my gosh.
Actually, I like that she's also, as good as Lloyd too, like fighting.
Oh yeah.
I think she might be better actually. She caught up to him in high heels. She has like a handicap.
Right. Speaking of, yeah, as I was making, the joke about it at the beginning of the podcast, yeah, the animation when Lloyd, what was it? What's his name? Lloyd? Is it? It's not. I thought it was Leon.
No, Lloyd.
It's Lloyd. Oh, that's from
Otomege.
The Otomege Game. That's Leon. Lloyd, when he was fighting all of those thugs and took like 20 of them down in like 10 seconds, that was incredibly like nostalgic of the stick fighting animation. Shout out to stickdeath.com.
Thank you for shouting it out, because I was like thinking about it while I was watching. I'm like, God damn, this looks really, really familiar during the live watch. And then you were like, oh, this is like the stick death animation. I'm like, you're right. That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, I still remember their like theme song to the website. Stick death, yeah, stick death, yeah.
Imagine the original art, like the original animator for Stick Death is actually working on the show.
I would scream. I doubt it, but I would scream. Excuse me. Yeah, no, this was a really, just good fight scenes. Their back and forth, the chemistry was fantastic.
I feel like the comedy hit better in this episode too.
1,000%.
Frankie was hilarious every time he was.
He was like, I'm just, I got intelligence, and they're like, you might be able to steal something. Let's go. Yeah, good. Really much stronger second episode. I'm very excited.
Yes, I want to see how Yor and Anya interact. I think that's gonna this has potential to have really adorable and really funny moments. Like I'm excited for this.
Me too. All right, up next we have Kaguya-sama wa Kokura Setai Otra Romantique, aka season 3 episode 2, which is obviously my episode of the week. Spy Family could have been my episode of the week, but this is very Hayasaka centric, so I can't. Sorry, I can't help it. She is my number
It's funny because this episode did not have that much Kaguya in it. Like towards the end, a little bit, but for the most part, it was very non-Kaguya centric.
It was, yeah. Like you said, she got involved more at the end. The first part and the second part wasn't even like, it wasn't as funny as it normally is, but it was like, but it went deep in a way that it paid off.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, the first section was funny enough for both parts.
Miko and what's his name?
Shinigami? Shiragami?
Why am I forgetting? Like, yes.
Something got me.
I'm blanking on his name. Ishigami. There we go.
Ishigami. God damn it. I would say
Ishigami, yes. Her and Ryuk really had some chemistry. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Like them forcing them just to get along, and then he went as far as to like guilt them, being like, "Oh my god, how can you hate on Shiragane's plan like this? Just look at him." And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm so sad. I thought it would work. Oh my god,
Miko. All right, so Miko's a bitch, but in a very cute and fun way. Because she, oh my
yes,
god, when when Ichigami was like, okay, you're smart, you're honest, you're diligent,
sincere, yeah. And she's like, fuck, I can't think of anything about you. There's not one redeeming thing that comes to mind. I'm like,
yeah,
oh
that
my
was
god,
fucking vicious.
that was awful.
I felt for Ishigami.
Yeah, I definitely blame her.
Oh yeah, no, she's
100%
the instigator. 100%.
Like it's her 70%, him 30. especially after episode 1.
Oh yeah.
Where he tried so hard. I mean, yes, that she also look after him. Sure, but goddamn.
Yeah. And like her friend said, I'm pretty sure they have a thing for each other and just being like very, 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 very stubborn about it.
Yeah, I'm very obtuse. It's a point where she says it out loud and they're like, nope, yes. I like you. I like you too.
I like you as well.
The voices had freaking
auto-tune.
What was it? Auto-tune. Yeah, that was hilarious. Oh, that was so funny. Just the whole series of their missions, them like the ear cleaning. They're just doing everything to avoid physical contact.
That look she gave him when he was like, "Oh, just do ear cleaning," and then she just fucking looks at him like, "Oh, gross."
Right. Or where they like hold each other and he holds her
ropes.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It was fucking hilarious. There were some funny moments in the second half as well. I loved Hayasaka guilting the president, and she gets up and sings and is just like, "Oh, my heart is shattered and I don't know what to
right, so much fake because doesn't like me back."
Yeah. He's just sitting there listening,
and then the whole back and forth. He's like, "Oh my god, I think it hurts. It hurts," and he's like, "Okay, I'll go away." And he's like, "Wait, stay by my side." He's like, "The fuck?" And I'm just like, I'm like, it's like, I know being this person is not good, but I want to be her so bad. I want to be that person to just fuck with her and be like, "Wow, you're so mean." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, don't leave me.
I need you here."
To all my exes, if I ever did that, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We also got a bit of introspective Hayasaka moments. It got really deep.
Yes. Indeed. We know where she talks about, is it, you have to put on a certain facade, because that's very much of her personality, is putting on a facade.
Yeah, like everything she does, she has like a different face for every person she interacts with.
And she's like, that's just how I am, that's how it's to be liked. And then of course Shirogane responds in kind, being like, "No, just be yourself, da 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 da." But and I guess I love in that moment, it was like half and half. She's like, "I'm gonna do this to kind of force Kaguya's hand, but I'm also gonna do this because not fuck Kaguya, but like I'm kind of mad."
Yeah, she needed like a little bit of revenge. It's like not fuck Kaguya, but like, let me teach her a lesson real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm sure, because Hayasaka and Kaguya are so kind of similar in that way, I'm pretty sure it's like Hayasaka's like, "Yes, I'm doing this so you can kind of have a relationship with Shirogane," but I'm pretty sure there's a part of her that actually does like him as well.
For sure.
So she kind of has to like balance that, but still, at the end of the day, I like that she still chooses Kaguya.
They have a good thing going.
Yeah. The scene leading up to Kaguya calling Chika. Oh my god, yeah, that shit was hilarious. Where they're just saying ridiculous.
That's
Like,
huge.
It's too big.
Yeah.
Oh, please, no more. No.
Chika getting freaked out at the end too was great. He's like, "Oh, President singing,"
right? Because they're like, "Oh, he's rapping and singing."
She just gets like PTSD.
And I'm just like, Hayasaka, Chika. I can almost kind of relate.
Maybe just a bit.
just like a teeny bit. Like, I would never say your rapping or singing is so bad it makes me want to run out of a room. It's just bad. That's all. like it's not gonna knock me out unconscious. like when I left that room, she was like, "Bitch, I'm tired. Get me out of here." She's like, "I can't do that anymore." No, I can say Oni has never, inspired such emotions out of anyone, let alone me.
Yes, and if you'd like to see my singing, make sure to come down to the karaoke stream, which we'll be doing sometime this month.
Yeah, ish. Yeah. We got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be one of them Saturdays. All right. Let's move on to Komi-san wa Komi desu.
Yes.
Season 2, episode 2.
The intro was pretty cute. Komi being scared by the lightning.
Yes. I like these cute little intros before the episode just gets fucking
weird.
Crazy.
Is this season weirder than the last season? I swear it is.
It is. Not only is it weirder, it is horny.
Oh yeah, for sure. I swear to God, they're definitely doing the Komi like looting thing. Like there's a few shots of Komi where it's like they're definitely looting her here.
Like Yamai has lost her absolute fucking
mind. That was great. It's random. Like I want to see Komi's panties.
And it's not like and no, it's not. See, you didn't even do it right because it's like you said in such a gentle way. She was like, "Oh, I can't see her panties." Like she was like freaking out about it. Like I love how they're making her like as gross as like any like hentai.
Yeah, she's just like luring Komi into like the fucking puddles to like look over her skirt.
Like she's trying everything to the point where she just literally shamelessly does a dash and gets mud on her phone. Good.
How dare you? How dare you try to lewd Komi?
And then I love just how the gag just ends once she just sees Komi being like looking at a rainbow. She's like,
I'm purified.
This is more precious than seeing her panties.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the fuck?
What is wrong with you?
Jeez.
That's why she's second best girl. All right.
I know. I know you love her. The boys talking about who they want to date. That was pretty.
I like that because we got to see other girls do their thing.
Right. I love how only the redhead was completely like dejected.
Yeah. I like the fantasy of the Chuni girl where they're just like playing games together or whatever. That's my ideal fantasy.
Yeah. I liked the one with Yadano.
Oh yeah, they
were like running. Mm-hmm. That was cute too. I was like, this is oddly. I like the one Najimi.
Oh yeah, that was cute too.
That was really cute. I was like, yeah, I liked it. I liked how it ended when. I liked how Noah was kind of like judging them for them getting lost in their imagination, and then he thought about being with Komi, and then he just like outwardly expressed his inability to deal with that reality. Yeah. Very funny. And now we can get to the best part.
Yes. The most trippy part.
Of this episode, and that's because it involves my best girl, my favorite, Kaede of previous years.
I just want to say the best moment of this whole season is her fucking rubbing her face in the cat's.
Her face in the cat. She's like, ah. She go to Komi, said like, oh, Komi, she doesn't have much. How about you cut it out? Oh God, there's so many. He rubs a cat and just rubs her face.
Right. In the cat. I totally used to do that with my cat too, so I understand.
Oh, that is disgusting. Don't ever get a cat, because if you ever start doing that again, I'm gonna tell yes, I will be anti-wingman. I'll be like, hey, you really wanna date a man who rubs his fucking face on a cat before kissing you? Huh? Is that what you want?
She'll be a cat person, so she'll be like, yes.
Okay, yes. If you marry a crazy white cat lady, then yeah, I will be so happy. Yes. Rubbing on.
I'll marry Kaide. There you go.
I wish y'all all the happiness. But yeah, that was so cute. I love how she was there for only like 2 minutes of screen time, and I was just like, yep, it was the best part.
And then of course the boss cat took an interest in Komi.
Yeah, that was funny too. I was feeling bad for Komi because the cat's.
Yeah, I was actually genuinely sad for her. I'm like, oh my God, this is depressing.
Right. I'm like, no, someone love her.
Love Komi, damn it.
So yeah, I'm glad she got the cat boss, the boss cat, trouble on her. And then the last section was pretty cute, like the express your love game.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, we should totally do that on stream. I feel like I'm gonna win.
Well, I just laugh genuinely, like generally whenever anything happens, so probably.
I do, right, exactly. So listen, as long as you acknowledge that I'm gonna be a winner, that's fine.
Yeah, you probably would. I suck at those type of games.
But yeah, no, it was a cute Komi's reaction at the end, where she was like, "Oh, I wanted Tano to say it." I'm just like, "Oh, the slow burn is really nice, really nice slow burn."
Yes, it's appreciated. They do the slow burn romance pretty well.
Indeed. All right. Up next, we have Tate no Yusho no Nariagari, Season 2, Episode 2. So, I'm just like, can we get to this point where stuff happens? Because okay.
I'm conflicted on this.
Yeah, no, let me finish that thought. Because once again, it was just more of a exposition. Yes. Here's what's happening with the turtle and the turtle spirits. We need the heroes. These 7 other heroes. Blah 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 blah. Great, cool, whatever. Can we get to the fight? Not even the fighting. Can we get to something?
You know what this episode reminded me of?
Something.
Index, which is never a good thing. Because the whole first half was just like exposition, vomit everywhere.
Yes. Except this one was like, I can understand what
yes, at least I can at least follow what they're saying. But yeah, it was a lot of like, let's just say everything and don't show anything or treat our audience with any like dignity, and they'll figure some stuff out on their own. We're just gonna like throw all the words everywhere. And like I wouldn't have minded it if the scene was shorter. But that whole first scene, like where they're talking with the generals,
with the War Moon Council, I'm like, if it ends up going nowhere, why is it?
Yeah, it literally like that scene finished, and I was like, how long did that scene take? And I look at my track bar thing, and I'm like, oh my God, that was like 13 minutes, and there's only like 6 minutes left in the episode. So like, and the rest of the episode I was actually fine with. I liked it because we got to see some cute moments from Naftalia, and the group had a little bit of thing going on and everything.
I was gonna say the saving grace of this episode was the introduction of the new character, Hodai.
Yeah, she was good. I liked her.
She was good. She was the only thing that kept me interested in the War Council. And I like that outside of the whole, you know, I'm a familiar. Like, I don't know. She seemed like a familiar that was like very. She just seemed very fun. Like, she's a very fun character, even in both scenes. You know, she was just like, yeah, I'm actually a familiar. Yeah, we kind of like make people kind of we kind of make people like fight and kill each other so we can absorb some souls. I guess I'm kind of like when she said, "I guess I'm an evil cohort." Yeah, I was just like, "Oh, I like her."
I kind of wish that
like
that reveal was like, because it seemed like a really important reveal, like the whole souls thing, and I'm like, dang, I kind of wish that was like revealed in a more grandiose like way, like, oh my god, we're doing the souls to stop the waves, and there's like a whole cycle.
I feel like it's very I feel like that's like some kind of announcement that would be made like if we were still watching Tensai Oji.
Yeah,
like when they say, because Tensai Oji is like borderline a comedy, so you know, but this isn't, so that was interesting that they kind of just said it so matter.
Yeah, like they glossed over it. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty huge revelation you just glossed over.
I mean, I guess if I don't know, maybe they just have more to reveal.
Yeah, maybe it could always be like a what do you call it? Misdirect.
It could be, indeed.
Imagine they kill the turtle and it's actually like, actually killing the turtle accelerates the waves.
Right.
You lied to you the whole time.
I did like that Raptalia did give her trademark pep talk. I was like, that was cute. It reminds me why I like her.
Yeah, I like when she pulled Naofumi aside during the meeting. Was like, you're talking too much.
Yeah, she's like, stop talking shit. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, okay. Well, yep.
Yeah, apparently,
thank you,
your
fire
trucks think so too.
Fire truck
they
agrees.
think this episode was fire. They were like, they want you to know.
Ba-doom. All right. Well, enough about that. Unless you have anything to add to Shield Hero.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was like, there's really not much to say. Let's move on to Aharen-san wa Hakarenai, episode 3.
Okay, I like this girl a lot more in this episode.
Oh,
way better in this episode than she was in the last episode.
So much better. You know, it's really cool. I like when people aren't so one note. You know, she's still like weird stalker-y girl, but real stalker yandere.
Yeah, she actually did give me yandere vibes, especially when she was cutting MC's hair, and she's like, I was gonna shave you bald, but I thought about it.
Right, exactly. That part was really funny. And you know what I like about this episode? That I feel like this is probably part of the humor, but it really hit for me this episode. I really noticed it.
What?
When you just see oh shit, what's his name again? I wrote it down. Was it Raito? Thank you. When Raito was like when you see his imagination just go crazy, like especially with like the YouTube segment, where he's like just having this crazy monologue of what he thinks is gonna happen.
Yeah, I like that he's just as kind of like out there as the other characters. Like he's not a perfectly normal guy either. Clearly,
yeah, not at all. He just. I can't say he does a good. I was gonna say he's just better at hiding it, but then he wasn't, because then we just see the segment of where she was trying to see the chalkboard. It's just, and I see this. I'm trying to see like the pattern of how their humor works. I'm like, this is cute.
Yeah,
I think what you were saying about Spy Family is actually what's true about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or it's not like ha family. It's like oh,
cute little smile on your face type of thing.
Right. The whole like a lot of humor is just like silly monologues and montages of them doing shit really quickly, and then it's just slapstick, and that's it. Like just the montage of them trying to make her able to see the board, where it's like she sits on top of him. A mirror.
They're really creative with all the ways that they try.
Yes, on top of him, a mirror stacking the deck.
Yeah.
Like putting her in front of his desk.
I like that they dedicate themselves to a lot of these like a lot of these jokes could just be like one note jokes where it's just like the YouTube one where he's just like, oh, this could be a YouTube video. Like any other show, I feel like would have been like, oh, this could be a YouTube video, and then like it would cut to the next scene and it would just be her like for the class. But this show really goes in on the jokes, so they're like, he just starts thinking about like, okay, well, if it is a YouTube video, what's the next step? How do I upload it? What's the fucking view ratio going to be like? And it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, and then it builds up to the whole reveal that it's just like, oh, it was just for class.
Exactly.
And he wallows in his disappointment.
The baseball part was also cute.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's just him being like incredibly intense for no reason. But even though I'm like,
yeah, they're definitely. I don't know much about baseball, but those were strikes.
As someone who played baseball for 7 years, I feel like the majority of like she's
she's paying that umpire for sure.
1,000%. Yeah, no, this is I enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's cute. I'm hoping they introduce even more characters. I'm sure they will because there's like a lot of characters in the trailer. So
yeah. Oh, randomly, I also like that. I also like the oh shit, what's her name? It's not Oishi, it's Oshiro. Oshiro did the whole montage once again, like with the lip balm. She's like, I'm just gonna put. First of all, I knew this was gonna be some shit when she's like, yeah, I'm gonna put some cream and toner on, and then we put on lip balm, and I'm like, you don't need to put on makeup to put on the lip balm.
Yeah, no, Aharen got a whole ass like manicure and everything and pedicure.
Yeah, from the moment she put on the makeup, I was like, this is about to be crazy. Yeah, I like that they show that, like, you know, Oshiro is very good at like self-care, and you know she really knows how to apply that. Yeah, no, it was cool. Like I said, I like seeing that side of her.
Yeah, she was way better here. Hope she keeps this streak.
Agreed. All right, up next we have Otomege Sekai wa Mob ni Kibishii Sekai desu. Episode 2.
Now this was also 3.
3.
This was also almost going to be the episode of the week because this is the trash I like.
Yes, understandable because it's so. Was I eating when I watched this? I think I was eating,
and I enjoyed it a lot.
Right, exactly. Because first of all, this is mess. This is messy. Because this is like immediately you just see. Yeah, you really can't hit me with the but Tomodachi Game. Like, no, this is Tomodachi level. This is really dumb. This is a really dumb.
I love that they go.
That's also why I really enjoyed
they go really hard. Like, listen, I'm fine with you being dumb as long as you know you're dumb and you go really hard with how dumb you are. Like, Marie is just God super villain. Like, she's overacting.
Right, yeah, she's overperforming. She's just like, let me hook up with all the
princes,
with the whole bunch of them and get my own hair.
Oh my god, the way when they were trying to reveal like she's cheating on you with the other guy, like, we know.
We know.
I enjoy the sloppy seconds.
They're like, no, I love her. No, I love her more.
Yo, she has.
He's like, it only makes sense that all of us love her because she's so wonderful.
She has her whole like simp gang lined up.
And she has a demi-human, which I don't know what that's supposed to be.
That shit was hilarious. I forgot about the whole demi-human slave thing. And then when all the princes were like dedicating their love, they're like, I love her. And then like the random Shota just shows up. He's like, don't forget me. I love her too. Right?
He's like, I also like her. Yeah, I never understood that. Like, what are they trying to imply? Like, oh, you know what they say about people with demi-human slaves.
I don't either. I'm like, I don't know. What do they say about them? You know.
Right. Okay. As long as it wasn't just me.
I like to think that they just left that purposely vague.
Right.
For comedic value.
And they definitely mention it like twice.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we missed something, but I don't care because it makes it funnier this way.
Right. Oh my gosh. And then poor Angelica, of course, is bullied to the point where, you know, this is a moment where she's gonna get sent to the, basically she's like destroyed after that, or defeated after that, and her life just sucks.
Yeah.
And then the main character steps in because he's like, I don't like you guys. He's like, can't stand you fucking pretty boys.
I love the main character too, by the way, because he also took his acting up to like 10, and he's just like, yeah, fuck you guys, I'm gonna beat you, you're all suck.
He was just trolling them the entire time.
He's like,
you forgot this, and do the glove in his face again. Like, why did he pick up the glove and throw it again?
When he goes out into the arena and everybody's booing at him, he just like fucking bends over backwards and like flips them off.
Right.
I'm like, all right, I can get behind this MC.
Right, this was hilarious. Oh my god. It was really...
Yes, I'm here for this funny
really
mess. It is a funny mess.
It is a funny mess. And then they're like, he dropped his mech. And they're like, oh, look at that dumb mech. Oh.
No. It does, well, to be fair, it does look like a dumb mech compared to the other ones.
Oh my god. It does. Oh, and I love the shit. Like, he talks so much shit. Didn't do it. He was like, oh, are you sure you did that? He's like, what makes you think that I won't die?
What?
I won't kill
Think about your own lives.
Everyone's like, oh, are you ready to fight us? And he's like, oh yeah, I get it. You probably wouldn't want to fight me either. Like, you don't want to lose. Like, you'd rather talk your way through it like a little bit.
Well, he's like that one guy who's like, oh, you'd rather debate me, bitch?
Yeah, debate me, exactly. I was just like, this is wonderful. I was like, wait, when does this become so... When does it become so...
Even his robot is like sassy. So I like silly. His sassy robot.
Oh yeah, the robot, exactly. He's like, I won't tell you their measurements. He's like, well, I want her measurements. He's like, too bad.
Bye. Yeah, no.
Like, yeah, this is fun.
It was fun.
This is really
I enjoyed
fun.
this one.
I like this. Yes, shout out to Patreon.
Yes, Patreon. You get it right sometimes.
Patreon's like support people. Thank you. Okay. And let's move on to... Oh, it's not even on the
that's why I was wondering before we started. I was like, why am I forgetting a show? And then it wasn't on the list.
No, because it's not on the list. I remember this earlier when I was looking for it. But yes. Saving the best for last as always.
We can never forget this one.
Tomodachi Game Episode 2. So the mess continues.
Mess part 2. This is a mess for a different reason.
Yeah, oh my god, it got way messier, and I'm just like,
This is like Spanish sitcom, or not Spanish dramas, where it's just like random shit just happens. Literally, oh my god, it is like a Spanish drama, because this girl, we're playing the Truth or Lie game or whatever, like, oh yes, this guy likes this girl, but she also was dating the other friend. Like, oh my god, there's like a love square going on right now.
Right. Square polygon thing shape. Cause I thought it was like, oh, she just dated like the blonde dude, and then the guy with the glasses was like, oh yes, after all, I dated her. Like, that's my ex. And I said, oh wait. So you're saying on top of the blonde dude liking her, and she liking the main character, Tenji also dated her, and is like, I'm still in love with you. I'm like, oh my god,
when did this turn into?
And literally all this in one episode. Yes. Oh my god.
Meanwhile, the other, in my opinion, more attractive girl is out here. I'm just like, guys, come on. Yes,
the yandere mind break is coming. Oh my gosh. Because she's like, wow, all three dudes like you.
So must be
Great.
lucky. I'm like, I can't be mad at her. Like, come on, guys. Somebody have good taste here.
Right, because she is.
Oh my god, what if the MC likes her? It
Oh.
extends like the triangle.
Um. I'm definitely gonna say, and another thing that I love covering this episode because I feel like now we can like kind of we can talk about like and guess. What's the term I'm thinking? We can
Trader. Theorize.
Huh? Yeah, you can theorize what's happening, what's going on. Yeah, I super don't trust Sawaragi to the point where I think she put that note about herself.
Interesting. Because I'm still sticking by the fact that I think it's either the short-haired girl with the big boobs or glasses guy.
Well, at least for this episode, I don't think he put in that note. Like that was too easy. I feel like that's like
yeah. I'm leaning more towards the short-haired girl because I feel like they girl talk with each other, so she might know a lot of stuff about her. Like she would be the person who would know who she dated in the past.
And so you think this whole you think she's putting on a whole scene?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, like fake breakdown, so I could feel sorry for her and be like, "Oh my god, you're right. We never."
Yeah, I would say it's Sawaragi only because one, the misdirection can be so obviously put on Tenji, and it's like I doubt the blonde haired dude knew.
Oh yeah, it's 100% not the blonde haired dude because he's too dumb.
Right, exactly.
he's
just being an idiot who's overreacting.
He's just in for the ride.
Main character didn't know. It's too obvious to be Tenji, and this is obviously a thing that she knows about herself because it's her. So she obviously could have just said it about herself and be like, "Oh no, who brought that up?"
I can see that, but I'm still leaning toward you, Torty. I think it might be just that she's just jealous of her and it's like, oh yeah, so I'm just gonna ruin your image and have all these guys just like fight over you and hate you or something.
Yeah.
Some in-girl cat fighting.
Also watching Tenji listen to their conversation. They're like, dun dun dun.
Yeah. Although Tenji did make things a whole lot worse when he kept going on about oh, it wasn't just a thing in the past. I still have feelings for her, and like he definitely exasperated the situation.
You didn't have to say that. And then of course he was coming for the blonde dude, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a fucking idiot." Da, 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 da. Making all those comments about her, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? And to be fair, the blonde dude has a point because Tenji could have been like, "Hey, I like her too," so. Or hey, we dated, so could you not? Like, Tenji could have said anything.
He could have de-escalated in a lot of different ways.
So many ways, and he just chose not to.
And I do want to say the stupid mascot is growing on me. I did like how he looked when they came out for the new game. He had like a different outfit on.
Yes, I knew he would. I like him too.
He is creepy. He's sufficiently creepy and funny. I will give him that.
Absolutely. I don't think. I don't think Sawaragi is telling the truth about her.
Oh no, she was definitely lying about that. Too convenient.
Being doubled. I think she was doing that. I think she was doing that to be like, "Hey, we're in the same boat together."
He was like trying to buy his friendship, or like make him feel like together. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, we owe the most, so blah 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 blah. I feel like I love this. This feels like reality TV.
Yeah. This feels like an extended version of Kakegurui, like Kakegurui mixed with like some reality TV show mixed with like Squid Game.
Yeah, that part. Definitely more mystery. But yeah. Yeah, wait, what part of Squid Game?
Just the money part. Like... The fact that they're just like fighting over money.
Oh, got you. I mean,
and
you
playing
and
playing
because that was about money. Oh, the kid game. You are right. This was a game of Sugoroku.
Man, can I play some American kid games, please? Do some hopscotch or like Monopoly.
Why would you
I feel like Monopoly would be perfect for this. Listen, it ruins friendships. They would. They don't even have to add any additional rules to Monopoly. They would all just hate each other at the end.
Listen, the way if we were somehow locked in a Squid Game and they're like next round play Monopoly, the winner wins and everyone else dies. I've been like, nope, just kill me now.
Send me.
just do it. I would literally take the gun and do it myself.
Fuck, now I want to make an anime about people who play Monopoly.
More power to you. But yeah, no, this is very much like Otomege Game.
Yes,
it is also very silly.
This was more fun than the first episode for me. Yeah, and I feel like it's different. Like they're both messes, but this is like a different flavor of mess. Yeah, so I can enjoy both in different ways.
This is more drama. This is drama mess, which is still funny because it's so silly. And the other one is like, this is more
comedy mess.
Right. So yeah, and with that, I think that is the end of the weekly reviews. So for not the Waifu Wars, this is a filler arc. We're doing a filler arc, and I'm going to be talking about Sayuki Reload Zeroin. Sayuki Reload, Gunlock, Zeroin, Cocaine, Game Plus,
Refueled.
Refueled, then emptied. This season, I feel like they're it's definitely being a lot less episodic and more concentrating on like the overarching plot of the manga, which I like, because I feel like when you and I watched I forget which one it's called. Is that Reload Gunlock maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Sounds familiar.
Like one of them girls. I feel like that one was like very episodic as well, even though not as bad as the original, because like the original like Reload Gunlock was literally just like, we're doing the same shit every time. And then maybe the last 2 episodes is like, oh my god, something happens, and that's it. This was very much like, it's like the continuity plus episodic things that are happening, they kind of lined up together very, very, very well. Like, it was like, yes, you have something's happening, there's a horde of monsters, we have to kill them. However, these new characters, a priest from the West and this Native American dude who serves as his guard, you know, they're going around bringing people back to life. We realize then that he's bringing them back to life using this amulet that stores souls. So he would kill the demons, take their souls, and put them into the people who were who died. The thing is, when people die, apparently, or when they get resurrected, how they die influences their personality. And because they were slaughtered by demons, they were like, they were like, we hate demons, which sucked because if you remember, the main characters, 3 out of 4 of them are demons. So people would get resurrected, and they would literally just try to kill them. Like, like it was crazy. Oh, poor Hakai. So, yeah, it was dealing with that, and I thought it was gonna be okay. I thought that's all it was gonna be. It's just like, oh yeah, they kill people, they store the souls, they revive, whatever. Oh, by the way, the Native American dude, the guard, bodyguard, he's also dead. Like, he's also been revived prior to them being introduced. We learned earlier that it's actually the priest who accidentally killed him. So I was like, that's like, you know, I'm gagged at that. That was a pretty good plot twist. Let's see what else happens. So yeah, the story evolves. It stops being just like, oh my god, I can resurrect the dead with my powers by moving one soul to the other. It then becomes like this whole, you know, they get really philosophical and like, how can we as humans and demons live in harmony after everything that's happening? You know, was that ever really possible? You know, was this a thing? You know, was this even a problem before the quote unquote the wave happened, which made all the demons go berserk and want to just like kill humans? And you know, once this wave is over, will people return? You know, if we stop the source of the wave that's making them go berserk, will they turn back to normal? And if not, what we do from there? Like, you know, they go into like the intricacies of like what's gonna happen, as opposed to, oh, we must travel to the west, and go to this hideout and stop Yomoao, or whatever you say his name, because that's like the main plot. Go to west, find this dude who's responsible, this demon lord, and kill him. And they also introduced the scientist, which I love how they built him up through like the whole manga. The scientist, who's a researcher for the bad guys, for Lord Gyomao. And we later learned that he is also a Sanzo priest, just like Goku Sanzo. And like we kind of learned more about who the priests are. So much of, and that's kind of like my problem with this series. I feel like you guys could have told us this shit like much earlier, instead of me just sticking around because they're all hot. like it could have been they're hot and I also know what's going on.
Just be settled with the fact that they're hot.
Yeah, hot and killing demons. Yeah, we could have just had that, and instead it turned into, now season 4 we're telling you, you know, how the scriptures work, how each scripture has like a different power, very different strong power. Of course, Sanzo's is like arguably the weakest one. Like his is like, I purify stuff, man.
He's like the
evil,
heart of Captain Planet.
Right, exactly. Meanwhile, this other dude is a Sanzo priest himself, and he's like, I'm gonna go outside and like fuck with these guys intentionally. And there's all these little shenanigans. Apparently, he's been manipulating the Western priests, and definitely starts fucking with Sanzo's party, from very early on, to the point where eventually they're reunited. And yeah, he's like, I'm not just a Sanzo priest, I'm a bad bitch. And he proceeds to beat the shit out of nearly all of them. And his scripture, his scroll power is like insanely busted. He has the power to return, to like reduce things to nothingness. Like, to literally just wipe out one's existence.
Pretty OP.
Like, there was one point where he was about to like take like the Alessandro's priest and just wipe him, like literally just wipe him from existence, or everyone's memories of him from existence. Like, no one will know who you are. It'll be as if you never existed. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. So he's like super overpowered. And And what I like about this episode is that in most cases, it's never like some like, oh my god, we want the power of friendship and we're just gonna get our shit together and yay, we win. Usually, these guys get super fucked up and usually just win by the grace of God. Like, I remember in Sayuki Reload where they fought that guy with like the beads who can like shoot beads really quickly and like pierce people with beads really quickly. They won literally just like, hey, we're just going to rush you until Sanzo gets a clean shot and can shoot you. The end. Like, that was their great tactic. And it was kind of similar in this case, except that wasn't their tactic. They just tried to not die, got a shit beat out of them, and at like the last random possible second, Santo shot the dude in the head, which still didn't kill, by the way. So, yeah, it was a lot. This is a lot. I was like, I enjoyed this series a lot more than I thought I would. Basically, like I'm like, wow, this actually had like a plot from beginning to end,
as opposed to what we were watching last time.
Exactly, which was just like episode. They kill demons. They say their shit. Yada yada yada. The end. Like, no, there was a like they went into a lot of places. So I was very happy. I feel like this definitely could have been a replacement for, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe there wasn't a replacement. But I enjoyed it all the same.
Good.
So there's that. And also I want to talk about quickly the fact that like this week is going to be 420 and I'm just like, I told chat that I'm going to do something special. Like I'm like, I guess I'll just stream high for it. But like, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where it's like, I don't think I super care about 420 anymore besides the memes. Like, I think I'm like kind of outgrowing it.
I mean, to be fair, I was never anything. It was always just a meme to me.
Yeah, because you don't smoke weed or use weed in any sense of the word. But even someone like me who does, I think for me it's because I use it so normally. It's like, oh no, a day where I'm high. Wow, that's crazy. like I don't care. That's usually me. So it's like it kind of. I guess when I use it as much as I do, and I also have the access to it. And I guess I'm turning 30, so like I'm just like, like maybe I could find someone to do fun stuff with, maybe. But I feel like even some of my friends who do smoke, like I feel like they're not all like, oh my god, we're gonna do something cool for 420. Oh my god, like, yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird feeling like I may have outgrown 420. Like, am I gonna stop doing stuff at 420 like once I turn 30? Like, oh my god, you know?
Maybe.
That's crazy. I don't know. I know you hate when we talk about things that show that we're aging.
Yes.
But I don't know. It's just something that came up in my mind. But I am also looking forward to Wednesday, because I don't like it is when I tell you I can count on one hand how many times I've streamed under the influence. Or let me rephrase, by myself under the influence. Yes. It is very rare. I don't do that often because, you know, I essentially like being sober when I stream solo. Like, I mean, could I do it if I had drank a little bit? Sure. But it's like, I wouldn't want to be drunk in streaming. I feel like I'm not as
I mean, I did that
together.
2 weeks ago, so. Or
I know you always do that. I still need. I hope did that stream still
what, the
there?
Elden Ring stream? Probably.
Yeah.
I didn't delete it or
Yeah.
anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you didn't delete it. All right. I'm gonna look at that one. I feel like that's gonna be silly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything special for it. Uh, we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to share that thought about like, oh my god, 420, getting older. I don't know. To people who celebrate it, what are you guys doing anything? Are you not? I don't know. It's It's just something for me to contemplate. Let us know how you plan on celebrating or not celebrating 420. But most of our listeners do not smoke.
I will celebrate it by just posting memes like always.
Right. If you're not doing anything for 420, yes, give me the memes. We appreciate it 1,000%. And I think we're done with my little filler arc. And we're also done with the Waifu Wars podcast. Another day, another episode. So Oni, be so kind and take us
Guys,
away.
if you enjoyed this episode of the Waifu War podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you catch it every week as it goes up. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. You can even become a patron, like all these lovely people on screen right now, or a channel member. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope your taxes have been filed. If not, bitch, it's due tomorrow.
I have to file them.
Bitch, it's due tomorrow. Yeah. And I hope that you get your whatchamacallit. I hope you get your refund soon and, spend it how you will.
Bet. And until next time, this has been Silveroni, and catch you later. Later.
Bye.